Hey everyone, Soul here, and welcome to another episode of the Deadweight Chronicles Redux. This is a series that focuses on bringing 3 synergy characters to a specific fight, not using friend support, and then clearing it fully for some awesome rewards like, burst nuggets and burst tokens and all sorts of goodness. Now, Tifa and Garnet are also synergy here, but I wanted to focus on some of the lesser heralded characters like Faris, Liad, and Agrias here. Faris and Agrias just received their C90s and reworks. Goodness God knows that both of them needed it, and they're both now pretty darn fun. So let's just jump in and we'll talk more about them. Okay, so Faris, now one of the biggest improvements that I can see right out the gate. So first challenge, she gets an instant turn. And a free turn as well, so she can get one of her skills, or even both of her skills if she wants to her plus form, which is awesome. Her Sildra overhead now. So her Sildra overhead was such a sad thing before. It was only 2 turns, and it was just, I think it was like 2 brave hits, and it was supposed to battery the party. But because her overhead was only 2 turns, it was just such a waste. It really didn't do anything. And now with it being 6 turns and with a bunch of brave hits and HP dumps as well, it just makes that overhead so much better. Faris is pretty solid now, especially as a debuffer. And then Agrias, now look at her. She has her LD Brave Plus available right at the start. The debuff now is also 2 turns instead of 1. So that means she's able to upkeep her stuns a lot easier from her confusion. Also, her C65 is active for 2 turns now as well, which means that's 2 turns where her S2 will have a 100% paralysis proc rate. So she is able to much more consistently keep enemies stunned and unable to act over how she used to be. Especially now with her rework at her C90, because she has so many ability uses. I think she has 7 skill 1s and 10 skill 2s. For those that don't remember, Agrias used to rely somewhat heavily on Brave Plus and HP Plus because her skill uses were so low and her EX was such a slow charger that she really didn't have a choice. She had to kind of live off of those basic Brave and HP commands to help her get through the fight. But now whenever she uses her LD, which now I think has 5 dumps, it restores both the use of her skill 1 and her skill 2. And then combined with now her base skills having a really high number each. Well, not super high number, but with having a much better number than they were. Those skill refreshes just make her have so much more longevity. It's fantastic. Now, with Faris and Agrias getting their C90s here, I was thinking about this the other night. We are very, very quickly in Global coming up to the point where we are running out of characters that will be getting C90s. And that's a huge problem for people that are interested in building UWs, because once the C90 pool dries up, aside from new characters, cores become much harder to get. They're much more rare. They are awarded for, I think, 6-man stages, which aren't particularly common in the first place. And then, of course, C90s on new characters. So, yeah, that's definitely a problem, because I really like the UW mechanic. I think it's a lot of fun, kind of allocating resources and picking and choosing, trying to figure out, what you want to build, what you want to prioritize. And combined with C90s and characters having like their own innate like brave gains and such now, I think it's fantastic. It's really, really a fun mechanic. I'm pretty happy with what I got now. I do have my short sword at, I think it's 3 out of 4. And then my great sword, staff, and other at 4 out of 5. Did I say 3 out of 4 and short sword? I meant 3 out of 5, obviously. And then I have dagger, throw, and spear at 0 out of 5. And I think that's basically it. I don't want to make any other weapon types. I think those, 7 that I just listed off, pretty much cover every weapon class of characters I use. And I think moving forward with cores drying up, I think it's either, is RNA a next month or the month after? I haven't looked at the timeline for a while. But yeah, when RNA's last chapter drops, man, that's it. That's like the death knell. The well dries up. So I don't know. I got to figure out what I want to do here moving forward. I guess I'll get short sword to 4 out of 5, and then I start working on getting short sword, great sword, staff, and other to 5 out of 5, and then I guess I'll start focusing on the 0 out of 5s after that. But yeah, just thought that was something I should bring up. It's something that I was thinking about the other day, and I'm like, oh my god, like we are actually coming up on that. So something I thought I'd point out. But anyways, so thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. For those of you that pulled for Faris' Force, hopefully you guys had some great luck and were able to get her without much issue. And I think now we have ourselves almost a 7-day gap until the next Dimension's End drops, along with Renoa's Force and Burst. I am pulling for Renoa's Force on debut. I'm waiting for her Burst until Arden drops with his Force. That is such a great banner for me. Whew, Arden Force on like a Renoa Burst banner. That'll do. That will do. That's going to be good. But yeah, thank you guys again, as always, for watching. A huge shout out to my YouTube members, IWC, Johnny Goode, Senpai Doritos, and infamousematt for their support. And then also the people in the description down below for their support as well. You guys are amazing. And you, the viewer, thank you as well. I'll see you guys in the next video here very soon. Until then, everyone, please take care of yourselves. And I'll see you again next time. See you later.